You guys see that video that's been on the internet for quite some time where those kids jump into a car and attempt to steal it, and they get it started and then they realize it's a manual, and then they get out of it because that none of them can drive a manual. Well, if a regular manual transmission is theft deterrent, then that thing is the ultimate in theft deterrent. Now let me explain. That is a Hurst vertical gate ramrod shifter for a Muncie transmission, 4-speed transmission. So the knob is wrong. That's just how it came. But as you can see, there's 2 sticks here and then a lockout. I believe I haven't played with it much yet. I've watched a couple videos. I think this is neutral lockout. Anyway, you select first, second, third, fourth with this by moving it back and forth in a straight line. There's no H pattern. And then this is reverse. So I was on eBay just kind of scrolling around with the intentions of buying a Muncie shifter, and there's loads of them for sale, from stock to stuff much racier than this. And I saw that and it intrigued me. I had no idea what it was really. I guess they were fairly popular back in the day, but I didn't exist back in the day. But it intrigued me, so I bought it. And I'm calling it the ultimate in theft deterrent because there's 2 sticks and a lockout, and that's got to confuse some people. It doesn't really confuse me. Like I said, I haven't played with it yet. I'm collecting. I bought some linkage, which, if you don't have a 4-speed in your life, it's very expensive to get one. Just those linkages are $150, and those were the cheapest I could find on eBay. Sky's the limit on 4-speed parts. It's ridiculous, but I am saving my pennies, and I'm going to do it. I have a bell housing. Whoa, why is it fuzzy? I have a bell housing in there somewhere. I got the shifter. I got the linkage. I need the transmission and clutch and flywheel and whatnot, but a 4-speed is going behind my big block project. So between the Dominator and the ramrod, you can kind of tell the recipe in which I'm going with on the big block build. Excuse me. Got some phlegm giving me trouble. So I'm not building a race car. It's not getting a cage. It's not getting gutted. So, like I was saying, I'm not building a race car. It's just going to be kind of a rowdy street machine. Big block 4-speed Dominator. I've got a single plane intake, I think I've shown before. And here's what? The cat. So here's something that I've been kind of waiting to show you guys. That one is not it. Hang on a minute. Here we go. Don Flynn, number 25. So, I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, but these have nice dents in them where this engine had a valve train failure and push rods attempted to punch through the valve cover. These are the cheapest, and depending on how you look at it, the worst Barroso valve covers possibly ever on the market. I think of them as beautiful. You don't have to. I love the fact that they kind of tell a story. Now, anyway, back to Don Flynn. So, I had no idea who this guy was. I was, again, scrolling through eBay, and I saw them, and I read the description, and in the description, the gentleman selling them said that the engine these were on suffered a catastrophic failure in his father's race car, and he said his father is no longer with us, and he wished he was so he could hear the story behind him. Now, that intrigued me greatly, so I reached out. Not only did I buy them, but I reached out to the guy, and I asked for some information, whatever he was comfortable sharing. I asked for his dad's name and pictures of his old race car, expecting to see drag car pictures. But Don Flynn, number 25, was a modified pavement race car driver. He raced on the East Coast. If you do any Facebook, there is a Facebook page called The Reg, I believe, REG, and it's some race car people who post pictures, and you can actually find pictures of Don Flynn's number 25. He had several cars throughout the years, and his son sent me some pictures of those cars. They're on my phone. I don't know how to put them on YouTube, but you can find pictures on Facebook. You can actually find pictures of him and his car, and I thought that was incredibly neat. And so to you, there's some beat up old valve covers, but to me, it's a little piece of some racing history, and also a little piece of Don Flynn. Though I didn't know him, we were obviously kind of, we would get along, is what I'm saying, probably. I don't know him well enough. I'm not a race car driver. I'm not going to say we were cut from the same cloth, but we had the bug. We had the illness, as most of you probably do too. So I think that's really cool. I am not going to paint them. I might clean them up slightly and clear them. I want the story to continue with these. I don't know if I'm going to keep the breather stuff on here. I may. The other one has, they both have the breather, and then this one has a flared fitting. Look at that. These are really, really cool. Like, somebody hacked these things up to make them work. Never expecting anybody like me to appreciate them. They are going on the engine I'm going to build. I didn't get his son's name. His eBay store is Our 4 Kids, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And he sells all sorts of stuff, tools and parts and whatnot. So if you're in the market for cool stuff, find him on eBay. And I mean, you can tell him I sent you, but he doesn't know who I am, probably. And anyway, I'm just really stoked to have those. And I'm still on the lookout for some parts. I need some more internal engine parts. Like, I'm probably going to do new valve springs and whatnot. I'm not going to go used on those, but I'm trying to build this with as many used up race parts as I can. I think I'm going to call it, I'll wait. I'm not going to reveal what I want to call it yet. But anyway, we're just chugging along, man. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned. There's more stuff coming. Y'all have well, today is Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Y'all have a fine weekend.